Who sells the colors again?
What colors? Oh, the YummyArts sells one, and Beth Parvo sells the other. I'm trying to think of what her company's called. Oh, Crystal Colors. You can look up Beth Parvo, and you can look up the YummyArt. I believe you can get the YummyArt. Jennifer Daunt, she carries it.
Okay. And you said it was Nicholas Lodge who.
Nicholas Lodge has the
Veiners?
the Vayner. I'm trying to think of who else might. If you search on the internet, get our Google girl to search for other places that might have the YummyArt. I know Jennifer Daunt carries it for sure, but I'm trying to think of who else. Obviously, Do It With Icing, I think, has them too. Okay, so I fixed that one little spot. Okay, so you see how this looks like my red leaf is on top of my other leaves.
Yeah. Very cool.
So I've got my leaf cutter. Cutting me out. This guy I'm not going to vein. I'm just going to go ahead and put a little leaf in here. It's kind of gooey, huh? Now what I'm going to do is flip it over so I've got the sharp side, the back of it. And I'm actually going to vein it with a toothpick. You can use a toothpick. I just happen to have a knife tool. You can just do some veins like that. And we just keep going. Try to keep it covered up. Do an oak leaf. Normally what I would do is I do all the big leaves first and then fill in with the small ones where I think it needs it. Okay, again, same with this oak leaf. I don't use the veiner, I just draw.
That's almost freehand.
Yeah, almost. And I don't do it very well, but I do it good enough. You get better with practice. Just like everything else. I have a little bit of lime green. This isn't lime green, it's elf green.
Elk green?
Elf.
Oh, elf green.
Elf. And again, this is from the YummyArt. Oh, it's a petal color. Look at that. Looks like I got a little red still on my brush. It's okay. Shouldn't blow on your cake, but oh well. Michael's just gonna eat it.
All those happy birthdays.
That's right.
That's right.
Okay, so we can get some. This guy. Just press it in. Firmly. Oh, one thing you need to remember that is important is that your cutters are symmetrical, because if you flip it over, you're going to have a problem. So definitely keep that in mind. I forgot this oak leaf cutter isn't symmetrical, but it's symmetrical enough that I can use it.
Not only is it not symmetrical, but it's different on one side than the other.
Yeah. Those of you that aren't sure what symmetrical means.
Just trying to help.
Okay. So there we go. So you getting the idea? You can go back and clean it up. I got a little bit of icing on a couple parts here. I can go back and clean it up after I'm done. I also have my steamer so that I can steam it. If you end up with some powdered sugar or something somewhere, I'll steam it and that'll get rid of that. Okay, so we're back on to.
Well, that's cute. We've got someone, Bees Grana said, wouldn't this be adorable with the hand cutouts for little kids' cake?
It would be.
Little hands?
Yeah.
That would be adorable.
And you can certainly do that.
Yeah.
You'd have to make a template, and then you'd have to, draw the template on the cake and cut it out. So it'd be very time consuming, but it'd be really cute.
Mary Jane says a blue cake with fish inlays.
Oh yeah.
You could do anything.
Flowers, fish. And you can do, it's fun when you do an inlaid background, like the scenery, and then do three-dimensional things on top. Like you can do all the seaweed and stuff in the background and then three-dimensional fish on top of that, which would be really cute, like they're popping out of the cake.
Nice.
Oh yeah. Just go wild.
As long as you have a whim, you can do it.
Yeah. Please. Play around with it. Have fun with it. See, this is really easy. And the double barrel, again, nothing to be scared of. Have fun with that. It's always fun to mix and match the shapes. Nothing we would have thought of 20 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That was a rule, you know, oh, you don't do that, you know. Okay, so we're gonna climb this up here somewhere. Let's move it that way. It's like what to do, what to do. And I have one more I wanna do after this.
Okay.
Just pop that right in. And smooth it. See, it's getting a little dry, so I'm going to stretch my fondant to fill in those creases so it should look smooth. The edges should be smooth together, more like that. But it's starting to dry. I can feel it starting to dry out. So you got to work faster. Keep it covered.
I don't think I've ever seen anybody use the plastic wrap to keep things
From drying out?
Yeah, that's a
I
great
actually
idea.
I use it a lot. I put shortening on it to try and seal it up, which obviously didn't last very long. And then I'll use plastic wrap to, because it doesn't leave, I don't press it enough that it's going to leave an indent in it. It doesn't leave marks in the fondant.
Well, every little bit helps.
Yeah, whatever you got to do. Okay, and then we'll just do one more right here on top.
So now you're cutting into
The
Two
lower
other-
layer.
two other
Well, it's not two. Yeah, it's not. This is actually the same layer
Yeah.
as this guy.
Don't be afraid to get in there and grab it and get it out of there.
Right. Well, you have to.